Yo, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be talking about Joe Burrow and the Bengals and why I think 2021 is the perfect season for the Bengals and really just Joe Burrow to have an absolute breakout year. I'm going to be going over the top 3 reasons why I believe it's going to be a big year for him and why we might even see him get comeback player of the year or something like that. Anyway, without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all been showing crazy support recently, so I appreciate it. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. For the first reason as to why I believe Joe Burrow and the Bengals could have a breakout season in 2021 is the improved offensive line going into the year. It's no secret that in 2020, the offensive line was the Bengals' biggest issue, and it led to Joe Burrow eventually suffering his season-ending ACL tear after a whole season of him getting beat up week after week due to the lack of protection coming from his offensive line. However, for the 2021 season, the Bengals have made some improvements to this group, and I expect them to be a very much rejuvenated unit in the upcoming season. The Bengals added veteran, former Pro Bowl tackle Riley Reiff in free agency to go along with drafting 3 different linemen in the 2021 draft. In addition, if highly talented second-year tackle Jonah Williams can stay healthy, I believe the Bengals have a very solid O-line group from top to bottom. The play of the offensive line will be extremely important in 2021, with Joe Burrow coming back from a serious injury, as I mentioned earlier, and it will also be the key to any success that the offense has this season as a unit. I believe that if everyone can stay healthy throughout the season, this group will surprise many people and possibly be one of the better O-lines in the league. Many experts see this group as one of, if not the most improved O-line in the NFL, and that will be put on full display in the 2021 season, and I'm excited to see what the offense can do behind a much improved offensive front. Moving on to the next reason of why I believe Joe Burrow and the Bengals might very well have a breakout season in 2021 is the addition of Jamar Chase to this already talented Bengals offense. Heading into the 2021 draft, the Bengals are faced with a decision of whether to draft a playmaker like Jamar Chase or an offensive lineman with their pick at the 6th spot. As I mentioned many times in the past on this channel, I always believed that picking a guy like Chase was the right decision over a lineman just because of how rarely prospects like Chase come around. Now, I've already made a whole video on Chase himself, so I don't want to talk too long about him specifically and his exact skill set and type of player he is, but I am going to go over how adding him will bring even more out of Burrow in my opinion. As many of you already know, Chase and Burrow were teammates at LSU, and arguably, and in my opinion, the 2 biggest factors in LSU's offense and the team in how they were able to be so successful and arguably the greatest national championship team of all time. Burrow and Chase put up video game-like numbers during that season and did pretty much whatever they wanted to even the best defenses in college football week after week. With these two already having that chemistry and Chase's skill set being one that can easily translate to the NFL, I believe he'll make an immediate impact on the weapon that Burrow utilizes from day one. Now, with a receiving core that includes Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and then add Joe Mixon out of the backfield, the Bengals offense is shaping up to be one that could really take the league by storm in 2021 and going forward. With all these guys still very young as well, the future is undoubtedly very bright for this unit in Cincinnati. Chase adds yet another spark to an offense that already has potential to be very explosive, and I believe could even become Burrow's go-to guy by the end of the season. Overall, I believe that drafting Jamar Chase was a perfect move by the Bengals, and it will be exciting to see the product that him and Burrow will put out on the field this fall. I'm looking forward to it. Moving on to the third, and possibly the most important and biggest reason as to why I believe Joe Burrow and his team could have a breakout year in 2021 and possibly even take the league by storm, is just Joe Burrow's overall grit and mentality that we've seen from him throughout both his NFL and college career. Looking back at his college career, just going back, seeing how he went from Ohio State to LSU, seeing him overcome adversity and eventually rise to the top, I think that coming back from an injury like this, he'll be even stronger and he'll be super motivated to go out and prove everybody wrong and prove that he is still the guy and is still one of the best young players in the NFL. Going back to his time in college, everybody knows about the famous clip where against UCF in the Fiesta Bowl in his junior year, how he got laid out by that UCF lineman on that pick 6, and from that moment on, it was almost like we got a whole different Joe Burrow, and that's when the Joe Burrow takeover kind of started. Maybe, just maybe, we could be seeing the same kind of thing with the big hit and the ACL injury that took him out and ended his first season in the NFL abruptly, obviously not how him or anybody else wanted him to end, we could see Joe Burrow go on the same kind of revenge tour that he did in 2019 with LSU and absolutely just go crazy and take the league by storm. I mean, throughout his whole career, even in his short NFL career, Joe Burrow's been a very tough guy, very strong-minded, very strong, physically tough on the field. I mean, just look at when he tore his ACL. I mean, wasn't even down for that long, didn't even act like he was in a whole lot of pain. I mean, this guy is just one tough customer, no matter how you spin it. These are all, assets, attributes that make a great leader and a great NFL quarterback, and all things that I believe Burrow, and I've been saying this since day one, have the potential to be. But I think going into the next season, after hearing all the noise, hearing all the talk about how, the Bengals, they need more help on the O-line. Oh, it's Cincinnati, this franchise is never going to go anywhere. I think a character like Joe Burrow, he's ready to prove these people wrong and ready to go out into the 2021 season and show the world what him and his team can do. And I think that's what we're going to see. I think we're going to see a truly motivated Joe Burrow. And I'm not going to say that he's going to do it in 2019 with LSU. I mean, that's once in a lifetime stuff. But I would not be surprised at all. I'm actually quite expecting this team to come out and look completely different, and for Joe Burrow to be a quarterback to really watch out for next season, and I think an early favorite to win Comeback Player of the Year. Yo, thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. What y'all think about the Bengals and Joe Burrow, what kind of season they'll have next year, whether you agree with what I'm saying, or if I'm just, some idiot on the internet who's a Bengals fan who's just looking at the world through orange and black colored glasses. But with that being said, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Support recently has been very good. Like I said in the last video, we just hit 100 subscribers, so I'm thankful for that. Don't forget, hit the notification bell too, so you can get notified when I upload a video. Really means a lot to me, helps me out a lot if y'all continue to do those things. So yeah, with that being said, and until the next video, Godspeed.